stability that comes with experience and knowledge, especially in a creative field, the best thing to do is pass it on to the next generation, because the seed that was planted in my head, I can plant in yours, and you can do something completely different and amazing with it. So my heart goes out to you for what you've done, because I think it's very important to any community. So if you're someone like that, and you're a place where you can help people in that way, do it. I'm a firm believer in what you're doing.
Put themselves in harm's way, really, whether that's emotionally or physically, to break down those barriers so that we can all step into the water and cast to a rising trout. I mean, it's just, you know, from Janine getting laughed at and being told you should never step in the water, to Dan having death threats in Michigan, and you know, there's so many layers to what happens when people aren't allowed or don't feel that they belong or are welcomed in the outdoors. And that's what we wanted to do with our film, was raise the volume on these stories.
Duval, actually All in the Water, just played, and also Argentina is showing a film this evening.
And what are some of the films about?
So we just watched All in the Water by Judy Larson, and it's a juxtaposition of two topics I admit I didn't think about. It's about fly fishing and race, and Judy Larson did an amazing job.
Part of this UTV Valley Film Festival also goes to Kyle Roy and Alex Knight for Suck. So make sure to give them another round of applause. But when you give this round of applause, act like you're seeing Kiss, ZZ Top, Beyonce, whoever you listen to. Let's really give these young men the honor that they deserve. So let's go ahead, round of applause for these two men.
Yeah, so I had an idea a few years ago to do a vampire movie, and I thought it would be kind of a funny idea to kind of take the vampire sort of I guess genre and kind of treat it as if it was like someone's coming out story, and that's sort of where some of the comedy came from, as well as some of the more emotional parts of the movie. And I remember when I was working on a music video project with this guy, I was like, hey, I kind of have this idea for the short film. Would you be interested in maybe like acting as like a director of photography? And I saw his eyes light up, like yes, like trying not to seem too overly eager, but like definitely I could tell that you were like, that sounds cool. At least that was my perception of what happened.
Wow, we were not expecting this at all. Ideas was 30 seconds long, is 30 seconds long, and we shot it in 2021? 21. Okay. Mm-hmm. There was a little bit of a vertical film 30-second competition thing that we entered it for. Never won anything from that, but I mean, once it was meant to be, clearly. So awesome. It kind of just talks about our process, our creative process. It's completely chaotic and random, and there are swords. There are swords.
My name is Iva Foreman, and I'm the owner of Gray's Craze, located in Zillow, Washington. And I came across Gray's Craze on a website, thought the boards were beautiful, and it was a great opportunity to jump into a really young franchise early on. And so I did that. I checked in with the regional manager in July, and by December I was open. My biggest thing is believe in yourself. Don't be afraid of success, and don't fear being successful. And networking, getting out there and getting to know people, and this community in Yakima Valley is so supportive of local businesses.
As little as possible. I met him when he joined the Makerspace board a couple years ago, maybe. And he does music or something, and I thought that was cool.
Well, John Storley is a very kind person, but my name is Chris Knobs, and I'm mostly, my life revolves around family and kids and agriculture in my real job life, but I also really enjoy the arts, and this is just one of the things that kind of intrigues me and has always been part of my life as far as making movies with the kids and different things. And this last year year, thought, well, I'll start to maybe make a short film of my own. Started talking with Tim Kilgren a little bit, and we kind of came up with this idea, and got all these really talented and interesting people to help.
Weren't we supposed to do a music video for Jazz Slow?
That was the first thing, yeah, and then we made a movie. We kind of created it, came up with that, and then we've been so distracted, we finally came up with this thing together, right?
We were chatting and someone said,
I worked on a film called Poppies, but I always wanted to have an opportunity to work at Disneyland. That, I don't know about anybody, but that's my dream come true. My parents, we grew up watching Disney. Channel 4, The Wonderful World of Disney, when Walt was alive. And I thought, one day I'm gonna work there. And my dad would be like, quit talking crazy. That's not gonna happen. Next slide, please. So I began to believe. Next slide, please. I began to believe, and I asked myself, that when you choose to change your viewpoint about your circumstances, you can create a shockwave. This shockwave builds courage, determination, and willpower. So, and going to the university, they came to the college. Disney internship came to the college. I stayed late, I auditioned, and I got a chance to work with Disney. Next slide, please. And the next. And the next. I was hired as an intern, and
This is the close of our festival. This was the last film. I want to say special thanks to everybody who showed up. What I want to do, though, before we start with this announcement, I would like to have everybody who worked on the film festival. So Tim Kilgren, John Storley, and Chris Knobs. Is Abiel still here, or did he have to cut out?
I think he was.
Okay. Well, I want to give a huge special thanks to each one of these gentlemen, because without them, this definitely would not have happened. So I'm going to just say a quick piece. I know we were supposed to keep it short. Chris is the one who created the concept. Chris with Tim got it to progress from there. John was talking and speaking, and then I was just some random guy. Chris was like, hey, I kind of like you. You like this idea? But then from there, the rest of it is history. But I want to give a huge shout out to these members right here, because without them, Iva Foreman, she's not here right now either, but without the five, it would not have happened. So let's give these gentlemen right here a huge, huge round of applause. Can't leave yet, Tim. Just on behalf of our feature winner, Exile of the Sea, as he mentioned what happened, we're gonna just make sure that we send Mauricio, did I say it right? I'm trying to work on rolling my R's. We're gonna give him a huge positive shout out. So what I would like to do is to get everybody in the crowd, if I could get you to start clapping. We're gonna get a good sweeping pass. We wanna show it back to him so he can see who's available now, but how well people loved it. After this, we're gonna do the mixer. If you wanna stay around for that, that'll be perfect. But then we'll go ahead, hey, Abio, get over here. Yes, mixer will be in the bistro. If you wanna just exit out through the door on the right, that'll be perfect. Abio came in at the last minute. You may not know him, but he's been running. There you go. He did great. I'm glad he's standing there because I don't want to feel short right now. But he's been doing a really, really great job. You can say one thing. He's been doing a great job of running underground shows and just doing a lot of different things, working in film, photography, and video, and he's brought a unparalleled eye to what we know that we could achieve, and then just stepping on stage the way how he did is once again amazing. I kind of don't want to give it to Chris because I know what he's going to do, but I'll stop talking. We'll make sure to get this out to him, and then after this, we'll give Mauricio a huge hand and make sure that he sees that.
Thank you. I just really quickly want to say thank you to all the people on the team, as well as everybody who's come. It's a long day, and we appreciate your attendance and being here for all a part of it. I want to thank Michael too. Michael is kind of behind the scenes and not wanting to take credit for this thing. But Michael has been behind the scenes, instrumental in every detail of this thing, and so I just want to let you know that too. Michael has been instrumental to get this thing going, so we really appreciate your help, and I love this team. Thank you.
So for Mauricio, let's show him how much we appreciated his film.